I mean, it looks realistic.
Here's one thing men are doing right now. Man weaves. There's a growing trend for men to sport hair weave.
All right, we are talking about male hair enhancements, barber enhancements, man weaves, whatever you want to call it. And I did not know about this literally until like last weekend.
Really?
Honest to God, all I knew about was, that the barber might put a little extra spray, like that what do you call it? Airbrush. That they might airbrush the edges and stuff like that. But other than that, I did not know the extent of how creative things have gotten in the man world when it comes to hair. And it was all sparked by a conversation I was having a week ago with my neighbors. And they brought it up. And I was just like, okay. And I still didn't fully know the extent. So either way, but going on YouTube, I've literally seen videos that have millions of views as it pertains to this topic. So today we are joined with a really good friend of mine named Tez, and he used to cut my hair years ago when I rocked a short haircut. He also used to help me cut even some of the students' hair. Some of my students' hair, he used to cut their hair for me a little bit. And so basically, we're going to welcome him and to our show.
Hi, Tez.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, and Sean Tez, which I call Tez, he's been a licensed barber for over 19 years. He has a shop in Charlotte, North Carolina, called Clippers Hair and Design. And basically, he specializes in fades, tapers, beards, colors, and all kind of specialty haircuts. And I asked him to join us because, he's in the profession. And so he's going to kind of help give us a male's perspective, a barber's perspective, so that this conversation is not just one-sided, okay?
Like the female side.
Right, the female side or whatever side we ultimately come up with doing that.
Okay.
All right, and so just in case our viewers aren't aware of what we're talking about, because when I tell you it wasn't until last night that I saw the extent of what we're going to be talking about tonight. Like I saw some of this for the very first time last night in preparing for this show. So just to make sure that the viewers understand what we're talking about, I'm gonna play this quick clip. You ready?
Okay. Yes.
Now I'm bald, and I guess I'm kind of curious to see what it would be like to have hair for a couple of days. Only problem is, I'm not so sure what my girlfriend is gonna think.
No, absolutely not. No, not today, not tomorrow, not never Zeus.
But just think about what all this could look like with hair.
Why am I so nervous?
Because you ain't ready for this. All right, 1, 2, 3.
I can't. I just keep laughing.
Wow.
All right, Drew. So tell me, what do you think?
Well, I got a couple thoughts. All right, my first thought is, I love my natural hair. Now I rock my natural hair, but you also know, Destiny, I love me a good sew-in, some good old braids. Like I love to extend my hair with some type of extensions. So initially, my first thought is, I don't want to be competing with my man trying to get some hair at the same time he's trying to get some hair. Like, first of all, it's only one of us in this household that needs to be going out there getting these bundles. No, absolutely not. That's my first initial thought. And then as it was going on, and I saw how it like gave him a whole new look, I was thinking about his perspective. Like, why this man can't enhance himself and feel good about himself too? And am I being a hypocrite because I can do it, but he can't? So I got a couple thoughts. I don't know, girl. I'm in the middle. I don't know.
Okay, Tez, my question to you is, do you offer any of these services?
Well, I offer the enhancement services and whatnot.
Mhm.
The man unit, I went and attended the class, but due to the fact that when I was in Raleigh, when I attended the class, the market wasn't as big for it as it is in Charlotte. Now in Charlotte, the market is huge for it. You know what I'm saying? So with the type of clientele that I have, strictly haircuts and the number of people that I do per day, I don't have time for the man unit clientele. So what I do is I pass it off to people I know that specialize in it.
How long does it take, Tez? You said that it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, from my perspective, from what I've been told with the barber that I recommend to do it, it takes about 3 hours. And trust me, with the perfection and all that he does with it, he charges and he gets paid for it. So he was trying to get me more involved into it. He was just basically telling me, hey man, you can cut down on cutting hair if you do 5 or 6 of these a week.
Wow.
I was just like, hey man, I don't have the time for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I specialize in what I specialize in, and he specializes in what he specializes in. But upon taking the class, it was very interesting to see what goes on behind scenes and what and how it's performed and what it does.
Yeah.
It'll take somebody from a 0 to a 10 quick. You know what I'm saying?
I got a quick question. So the one that the video that Destiny just showed where he got like the full blown thing, right? How long would that last? Like, how much time goes by before he has to come back and like redo it before he goes bald again?
Most of the time it takes most of the time it'll last you about 2 or 3 months sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how the glue sticks, just like a regular sew-in or a quick weave with a woman.
Yeah.
It lasts just as long. Some guys come back and get it redone like every other month or 2. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But you can typically cut it. Most of the time they'll let it grow. They'll keep the top like it is and just fade the sides. You know what I'm saying? But when your hair starts growing up under it, it'll poke it back out a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
So you have that hump.
Yeah. So that's why, like a typical woman, you know what I'm saying? It'll last you about a month or 2. You know what I'm saying?
Something Tez said made me think about some pictures that I found when he said it could literally take you from a 0 to a 10. So I just want to share a couple of these videos pictures that I came across that really shocked me. Because like I said, I did not know the extent of what was being done out here in these streets. Okay, hold on.
Wow, look at that first one. Good gracious, that boy got some tight waves.
Right, look at that. So
wow.
I'm looking, and honest to God, I'm sitting here thinking, like, how many men do I know or have I known that I was thinking, like, oh my gosh, they got like the bomb.com hair, and
wow.
it was a wave. Let's see, get some more. Girl, look at that. Now, Tez, I have a quick question. Now, would this be a man unit or would this just be some enhancements?
Well, from what it looks like on this one here, that's all enhancements. I can still see the spots a little bit, around the perimeter of the hairline. But a hair unit would be them balding the whole center and then putting a piece up there on it. But due to the fact that I can see that, a little bit of the still the same pattern in it, that is pretty much all enhancements there.
Okay.
So when you say enhancements, what does that mean, Tez?
It can be sprays, it can be hair fibers, it can be anything. You know what I'm saying? Some people like natural hair fibers. You know what I'm saying? It'll keep it in place for like a day or 2. But sometimes, like, they like the industry has gotten so much better with their products now that, one point in time when you use fibers, it would pretty much like wash out if it got wet or something like that or different things like that. Now they have fibers now that'll last you like 2 or 3 days. Now they have semi-permanent color and sprays that'll last you like 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just depends on the industry's getting better with it. You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of times, you can either go from a unit to a fiber, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. But people want enhancements,
Yeah.
You know, when you come in, sometimes they ask you, hey, do you use enhancements? And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Enhancements make your appearance look a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? And it gives you a sharper line, sharper haircut, sharper everything. That's if you use it properly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like anything, like when women use makeup, some use it properly, some overdo it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So some of these barbers out here that don't know about enhancements or know about certain things, some of them can really overdo it.
Ooh.
And I've seen some that overdo it, and it looks like Bozo the Clown. And I see guys that's professional that specialize in it to make it look immaculate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, I think I got a couple more. But thank you. Girl.
Wow, his dreads are enhanced. Or is like that's a weave. That's a man weave.
That's a man weave.
On the left, he ain't got no hair, so clearly that's a weave.
But can we just look at this for 1 second? He don't even look like the same man. It's almost like he was aged 10 years in his first picture, and in his second picture, he looks 10 years younger. Wow.
Yes. Yes. It's almost like he cut off some of them gray hairs too that was on the side. And he might have did some little spray or dye.
But you know what? This also makes me think of, guys. You know how a man say he doesn't want a woman who have on all this makeup with these lashes and the wig. She got the girdle pulled all the way up to her boobies, and then they get home at the house and she go pulling stuff off, and it's not even the same woman. I feel like that's not the same man. Like that's a representation of who you could be.
Like he said, this is why I thought about it, because Ted said it could take you from a 0 to a 10. But girl, even white people doing it.
Well, you know, they started it all. This is not new. It's just new to the African American community. But the white people used to wear the toupees. They the one who started it.
That's true. That's true.
All right, girl. And then they got the whole beard. You can get
the beard is fake. No.
Yes.
It's fake.
No. So you go to rub your man's beard? See, I can't.
All right. So now let's go into this conversation about, I don't know if I want to phrase it like, should men be doing it? What should our feelings be about it? I don't even know, because I'm hearing you, Julia. I feel like in society, we've embraced women doing things to themselves to enhance their beauty. Right?
Right.
I remember being back in middle school, and even back then wearing weave wasn't that popular. Like you could get picked on for having a little fake ponytail or something back in the day. So girls would try to make it look as natural as possible if you did. I mean, and now we're like on a whole other spectrum, like nobody really cares. Right. So I'm wondering, have we began that shift now when it comes to men? That like, you know, as the girl in the video in the beginning, her, you know, the girlfriend was like no. But now are we getting to a place where it's like, okay, you know, they're doing what we do and it's okay. What do you think about that?
This way right here. People are just catfishing. You know what I'm saying? You don't never know what you're gonna get from people.
That's,
you know what I'm
saying?
It's like with men and women, you know, you don't know what you're gonna get, you know. And I think with everything, what it all comes down to is everybody's trying to find their inner beauty and beauty what works for them. You know, and men are doing it now more, and I think that, you know, women don't want men to do it because they're like, why? You know, you're not a woman, you know what I'm saying? But they have their self needs, what they want to do certain things and what they feel comfortable with, you know. And a lot of people experience male pattern baldness, you know what I'm saying? And some people just want facial hair, some people want different things, but the industry has changed, you know what I'm saying? And pretty much like I told people years ago when I first used to go to Atlanta to the hair shows, it started trending then, you know. And it's just like, when will it get to North Carolina? When will it get to Florida? When will it get to these places that's really looking at it like it's odd, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, now it's gotten here, and now guys are like, hey, women do it, you know. Women wear lashes, women wear fake hair, women wear weaves, women wear this and that, you know what I'm saying?
It's true.
And you know, like when I was cutting Destiny hair back in the days, you know, pretty much it was two girls in the front, of the shop of the salon that were putting man units on a guy then. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And it's funny because this guy here, he was completely bald. He was completely bald. And when he got his hair unit on, we used to call him the Black Burt Reynolds. You know what I'm saying? He would come back there and I would cut it. And I would cut his hair on the side. And
so he had to go to two different stylists to get his hair done.
Yes. So it's been going on for a while, but it's just now that it's gravitated and became a bigger situation now, and more men have caught on to it and doing it now. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Like the video show you, like the guy that had the dreads. You know what I'm saying? Like literally,
a bit much for me.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But
that's crazy.
You didn't know him after it was completed. He didn't look like that person from the beginning.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like you're a whole new person.
Right. And I guarantee you, he probably paid about $500 to $700 for that style.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's so funny you say that, because I think I vaguely remember the man that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know, seriously. I'm not even lying. Like when he said it, I was like, I almost remember a time being in there and he was in there and
he had a real thick mustache.
Different.
Yeah. Thick mustache, and he had fake hair.
Yep. I look at these pictures. It looks so real. For me, women, when we have fake hair, now I know there are some women like you can have a weave and stuff in and you just don't know. And I mean, that's what you ultimately try to achieve. But I still think there's a lot of most times women are able to identify like that's fake. Mm-hmm. And I think men for the most part know when women have a weave. But I'm looking at these haircuts like I would not know that brother had a piece on his head.
Well, like Ted said, it depends on the barber and how well they can implement that. So
right.
But I think Tez, once you talking about like the enhancements, like the sprays and all that different stuff like that. But I'm talking about the full on, like we just gave you a whole fade and you had not but 2 strands of hair on your head.
Well, you know, it's like I said, these barbers are considered to be artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like these barbers are people that's like in the industry that put it out, that do this and that. Like I can literally by being a barber for 19 years, I can look at somebody who just started doing this man weave versus somebody who's been doing it for 5 or 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I can like, hey, yeah, I can see that's fake, but I can tell that this one right here might be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Might be his real hair because of the way they had it laced. You know what I'm saying? But you know, there's artists out here, you know what I'm saying, they can trick you, they can, you know, and can blend right on in. And I just think depending on where you're located at, it's depending on what kind of industry that you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? Like Charlotte, it's a lot of man weaves in Charlotte. You know, I'm here to tell y'all now, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you know it's in Atlanta. Of course, you know it's in different places and stuff like that right there, you know what I'm saying? But it's gotten so popular now that this is what guys want, you know what I'm saying? And they come in, they get it, and you'll never know, you know what I'm saying? You know, one day they bald, next day, you know, they got hair, you know?
So Tez, I got a question, because for us women, when we, you know, go and get a weave or get bundles or getting a sewing or something, we'll go into like the beauty supply store and buy the hair we want. We can go in, we can shop, we can look and see all the different kinds of hair. Where are the men getting their hair? Is there a store that they hadn't shown to us or let us in on the secret? Or are there stylists ordering it like from Mexico or China? Like how they get their hair?
Some of the hair is coming from like the single strand hair. Like a lot of the barbers will use the single strand hair. They'll glue a piece down at a time. You know what I'm saying? They'll glue a piece down at a time. So you can
$600.
Right. So you can get that from the beauty supply store or whatever. Okay. I'm gonna say this without saying this, but even with men now, they're wearing makeup. You know what I'm saying? They're wearing fingernail polish. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff has evolved. So I'm like looking at them like, hey, whatever makes you confident.
Whatever makes you happy.
Whatever makes you happy, you know what I'm saying? You do it. At the end of the day, I don't judge. I don't say nothing. Sit down. Give me my 50. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, so it's a lot of stuff is evolved, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Drew, and like you say, Destiny, it's both of y'all are correct. It's just about what makes you happy, man. I mean, what makes you want to do what it do, you know? But I agree, you know, if I'm dating somebody, I would probably pretty much want to know what's fake and what ain't fake. You know what I'm saying? And let me just go from there, decide on whether or not I want to continue. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's my point. And I agree with everything you just said, Tez. And I think for me, it's like, so when we put terms like trickery, catfishing, but in the same breath say, well, we're finding inner beauty, it's like, well, one has a more negative connotation and then the other one has a more positive connotation. So it's like, well, which one is it? If it's finding your inner beauty, then we can't call it trickery and we can't call it catfishing.
Right.
And then to me, it's like, if the person finding their inner beauty, then to me, inner beauty has nothing to do. To me, that would almost be the opposite of what we're talking about as far as putting on things to enhance, because inner beauty to me is like, I love and I'm happy with who I am inside and what I have naturally. Yes, I can do things, like you said, enhance. Right now, I have on a little powder. I'm building a little bit of these little scraggly eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
but that's the point, though, Destiny. But
at the same time, but am I okay washing all this off and walking out the house? Right. And being okay presenting my true self to the world any day of the week. Right. And if you can't do that, then you have not come to grips with your inner beauty. You don't truly love yourself if you can't do that. You see what I'm saying? And that's my thoughts. And I mean, like Tez is saying, like, I would want to know, like Dana said in the video before, first day, we need to go to the beach. We need to go to the beach. I need to see everything. If that
get in the water with their wigs, they glue on their head.
He said it. You get in the water, take them to the beach, because you take them to the beach, you're gonna see exactly what is real and from what is not, to some extent. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. They can still dress up at the beach, child. They're not pulling that stuff over there.
That's how you gonna get in the water, Drew.
No, but they wear wigs in the water now.
Okay, I understand that, but I'm just saying you get what I'm saying. You get what my brother was saying. Tell me.
But here's the thing about what you just said about, is it trickery or the catfishing? I think it is trickery if you go to an extent of enhancement where you are not the same person, like you are not even recognizable anymore. If you have added so much enhancements to your physical attributes or physical appearance, then yeah, if you don't look the same, that's trickery. You know what I mean? But if you're just enhancing some simple things that you want to do, you have a pimple here or something you want to, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's not trickery.
That's not trickery. That's just covering up something that you just don't want to be shown right now, because you still look the same. It's trickery when you have gone to the point and you are now a whole new person. Like, I don't even know who you are. Like, you go in the room and you take all that stuff off and you scare me because I'm like, is a stranger in my house? Like, that's trickery. I ain't with that.
Trickery is like going from Florida Evans to like Diane Carroll. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just artists, man. Like, I seen people that I've been told by women that they spend an hour and some change on makeup. And I just feel like,
gosh.
I'm like, wow, like for real. They was like, yeah, take me a while to do my makeup. I had to get up at 4:00 in the morning. I'd be working at 7, but it take me about an hour to do my makeup and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, I would wonder what it really looks like up under there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you got bodysuits and stuff like that. Men and women, both of them do the same thing. It's women wear bodysuits to cover up stomach and cover up rolls, and men do the same thing. Now I saw TV a couple of weeks ago. They got bodysuit for men that are higher stomach. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things going on. But like you said, Destiny, like you said, Drew, hey, over time you're gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? And it might be that time where hey, get ready to get physically involved, and everything come out. Pow!
Yeah.
And just, hey man, hold up. You know,
It's gonna come out.
Look, the truth will come out. I want to ask you this. So if Jerome came home after watching this video and said, Drew, I want to get a man piece, what would you say?
So first of all, I know my man.
We ain't talking about that. We're saying
He's never gonna do that. But if he does, so here's the thing. I am okay with people enhancing and doing anything that they want to do. I just don't want my man doing it. My man can't do that. And my husband would never come home and do that. You know.
No. We're not saying what he will and will not do.
I just know him. I know he would.
Hypothetically, Jerome Fletcher.
I already answered that. Asked and answered. No.
So he comes home, you're gonna tell him no. So why not? So then, what if he tells you that you can't put on no more weed and no more makeup?
I would be okay with the no more weed because I still like my
makeup and no more makeup.
Well, I don't wear makeup every day. You know me better. I wear makeup
like get rid of that glam room.
If it's 7 days,
all your makeup, get rid of all them wigs, get rid of all them bundles, get rid of everything. If I can't get my man piece, then I'm gonna need you to be natural 100%.
Pretty much Drew got double standards, baby. She got double standards. You know what I'm saying, Drew? So you want him to be like you want him to be, but you gonna be like you want to be, right?
Right.
So if he came home with, your husband, do he have hair?
So here's the thing. He has cut all of his hair off. He's completely bald. Like, and it's not even like he was going bald or anything, but he just had like some thinning like right up here. So guess what? He just let it go. That's the type of husband that's the type of man my husband is.
What if he decided he wanted to grow it out, right?
Uh-huh.
And even though he has a couple of little light spots in the front, and he says, I'm going to use enhancements because I want to just grow it out.
I don't have a problem with enhancements. I don't have a problem with that. But just don't come home with no whole man weed. No. If he needs a little enhancements, I'm okay with that. There's nothing wrong with a little enhancements, like a little spray up there. I don't have a problem with that.
I got you. I understand.
But a whole weave or a whole beard? No, dog.
You're basically like he can't be ordering 2B.
No. Like we both can't be going to shop at the same beauty store. No. No.
So
like, it's room for one of us to buy hair in this house.
And what's so funny with that is, so back in last month when the girls and Aaron came to North Carolina, when we did a reveal for my mom. Mm-hmm. So Aaron comes back and I'm like looking at Aaron like something is different.
What my boy do?
It's different. And I kept looking like, what is it?
Mm-hmm.
So Aaron must have cracked open a bottle of Just for Men. Aaron has a full head of hair, but it was all black and dark, and I was like,
and it used to be what?
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. Okay.
It literally took off like you said, 5 years or more, because he looked younger.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, like you said, like if I put on, like I have a few grays. I don't have a lot of grays, but I have a few grays.
Mm-hmm.
And if I put on or just certain hairdos, it makes me look younger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I was to dye my hair, it would first give the appearance of thicker hair. Number one, just by dyeing it. So I understand the desire to maybe look younger, or to, like you said, just feel good about you.
Yeah.
Right.
I just fear in our society and culture that we're getting to a place where people aren't accepting of what is. Right. The fact that you're going to get old. Like your days of youth, you had it. Your days of not having gray hair, we had it. No wrinkles, we had it. And part of living, and I feel like us embracing the different stages of life, is embracing the changes that we go through when we enter into those stages. And we have too many people who, for whatever reason or not, are just not wanting to live with reality. And I'm not saying that to say like, oh, all the men who do it, because like, again, I don't like that my hair is thinning in certain spots. I don't like it. I'm rubbing oils in there all the time. Like, come back. you know. But at the same time, I just feel like as we're literally talking about men now, sitting down for just as long as women do. You know, back in the day, it was like, okay, I go to Taz, you just cut the sides and right here of my hair. It was cut. You know, in and out. Men, you go to the barbershop, if you're a good barber, in and out. They weren't standing there for an hour, 2, 3, 4, 5 with someone on their scalp for the most part. Now we're talking about men going in 3 hours, like you said, buying hair, doing all kinds of stuff, and now also having to go back and dishing out enormous amount of money for something that's just not real. And that's the piece that I'm talking about. Like, are we getting to that place that we are just living in a fake world? Because
what would you say if Aaron came home and wanted to do one? If he woke up one day and he wanted to do one, what would you say?
If Aaron came home, so basically he's gone bald, because that would have to happen first. It would depend on if I liked him bald or if I was like, this man needs some hair back on his head.
So it depends on what kind of head he had, right? Pretty much, right?
Right.
If he got a peanut head, an egg head, or something like that, you want him to cover that head up. So you'll be all for a unit.
I'd be all for a unit. I'd be figuring out how can we fit this in the budget.
Yeah.
He in the corner talking about he gonna go to LeBron James route.
Hey, I don't blame
the
you.
enhancements.
Is that what he got? He got an enhancement. He got a full blown like man unit now.
He wear enhancements, but they don't do a good job. He's really bald. He is really bald, man. I mean, like, let it go.
I don't understand. Like, to me, if I have millions of dollars, at that point, I'm just getting a transplant.
Right.
I'm just like, just get a transplant. You know, like, if I have money.
But that might be too far for him. You know how we all have our boundaries and our limits? Like, doing a transplant, that's a whole surgery. Like, that, for him, that might be too far. You got to remember is individuals' preferences. Everybody's different, to each its own.
That's true. No, I'll be like putting them fibers in my scalp.
But, you know, as LeBron's barber, I would do what he tells me to do, but I would be like, hey, bro, let's go down to a number 1, a 0. I mean, like a Caesar, because it will disguise that bald spot back there, and you still can have your little sharp line around the front. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It'll be real close, like Kobe's was. You know what I'm saying? But it'll suit you better. You know what I'm saying? And by him wearing a beard like he wears, it will bring it out more. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like you said, everybody like what they like. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you on national TV around billions of people. They watch you on TV.
Right.
And first thing they do when they show the back of your head, you see a big bald spot. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But you like what you like, you know?
And what I would do, I would start doing it before it got too far. So it could just kind of look like, you know, like as soon as I start seeing some stuff, then I'm going to consistently be doing something so they can always look like I still had hair. Like, I'm not going to go from 0, like Ted said, to 10. I'm not going to be bald and the next day I come to work and I got full hair on my back. That's just
You're not going to go from from one day you this way and the next day they like, this nigga here. Man, I feel you.
But see, that goes back to them doing too much. You're not even recognizable anymore. Like, you're not even the same person. Who are you?
And that's why I said some of these barbers, they are artistes. You know what I'm saying? And they can work miracles, man. You know what I'm saying?
That is a miracle. That, to me, what I've seen within the last 12 hours is truly a miracle. But just tell your woman up front that you got a piece on.
Once y'all get to that point,
you need to tell me day one.
Hey.
I'm gonna tell you, me? No,
I want to know day one that you got a carpet piece on your head. That's what I need to know.
There might not be a day 2 if you tell me day 1.
See what I'm saying? What have you heard? Kind of like men and women say about some men in the shop. I'm sure, or men, what is their take on it when they know of other men doing this, whether it's back in 2006 or currently, who don't do it themselves?
Well, I think with some men it's 50-50. Some men is like, man, I'll never do that. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's gone, it's gone. But then you got the type of men that are pretty much bald up top that's still holding on to it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like saying to myself, like, okay, you're holding on to it. You can forcefully see the bald spot, but you don't want to cut it off. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, you got men that's with it, you got men that's not with it. You got men that, you know, some women say that they're pretty boys or whatever, this and that, or they, you know, or they're quote unquote metrosexuals, you know what I'm saying, that keep themselves up, whatever, this and that go that route to have, like, you know, the man units and the enhancements because they want a certain look every day, you know what I'm saying? But then you got the guys that be like, I don't do the color, I don't do that, I'm gonna enhance my grades, I'm gonna do this and that, you know what I'm saying? And it's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just all about your preference of what you're looking for. You know, some people don't care about looking 50. Then you got some people that say, hey, I'm 50, but I want to look 40. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on. So I'll put a little color in my beard, put a little color in my hair. You know what I'm saying? I got clients and cousins that started turning gray when they were like 16 or 17. You know what I'm saying? At age 30, 35, they was fully gray. I mean, fully gray. But, you know, when he put color in it, say, hey, man, you took like 5 or 10 years off your life, man. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on what makes you happy. You know, you got guys that's with it, and you got guys that's against it. And as a barber, I don't choose. I just say, hey, you want it? I'm going to give it to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can do this. I can take some time off of you. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, this and that. Then you got guys that say, hey, I suggest, you know, hey, you're thinning. You want to do this? Oh, man, don't touch it. Leave it like it is. Okay? They don't mind the George Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on what it is, you know. I think it's just a personal choice, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you got men that's with it and men that's against it, you know what I'm saying? So they'll talk about the man, say why he do this and that. Okay, at the end of the day, why you doing what you do? You know what I'm saying? So it's no right or wrong way.
Right. So you're right. That whole letting it go, like when they get to that point where it starts to, you can clearly see that there's a patch right here, and then all this is gone. I just feel like those men, if they don't want to like do the enhancements or anything at that point, I think they just need to let it go. I actually like bald heads. I love my husband's bald head. It looks really good on him. He's very handsome with it. And I think that I think some men are afraid to go that route because of maybe how their head is shaped or how it may look on them. But I think once you get to that point where you got a patch and then all this is gone, don't you think it's time to let that go, Tez?
Yeah, I strongly agree. But, you know, at the same time, it's a personal choice. I strongly agree that you should let it go. But, you know, some guys just don't. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think they hold on to it because that's like that last little piece of like their youth, like when they had hair, like they try to just.
I can agree. I concur. I think that it's just, I don't want to go bald because, you know, this is what makes me feel like I'm a little bit more youthful, or this will give me a little bit more appearance, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, this and that. But at the end of the day, you know, I can give you a consultation of what I think is best for you and what will look better for you, but you pay me to do a job.
Right.
So if you say, hey, no, I don't want to do that, I want to keep this, then my job is to try to put a technique on you that will make it look better with what you're wearing. You know what I'm saying? And even though I may not like it, they may be like, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. This is what I like. You know what I'm saying? So I work for you. You know what I'm saying? Right. So this is what you want me to do. This is what it is. But at the end of the day, I look at it, I be like, bro, you know, I don't like him going out of here with this bald spot in the back of his head because he don't want to cut it off. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't like the fact that his edge up is in the middle of his head, but that's you know what I'm saying? So you got different things. You know what I'm saying? Some people will go bald. Some people will say, hey, cut it off. And some people be like, nah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying? So I just be like, all right, bro, I work for you. You tell me what you want me to do.
Right.
And let me say this one more time. Like, I feel what both of y'all saying, but again, Drew, this is to you. Like, I feel like if you're saying a man should just let it go, then shouldn't a man be able to tell a woman the same thing? Just let it go.
Let what go though? What is she letting go? Because women don't just I got all my hair and I add extensions because I want a different look. So what are we letting go?
No, but so that's just you. right? But do you color your grays?
Yeah, sometimes I'm
Let
gonna
it
put
go.
my grades until the day I
Let it
die.
go. He could be like, let it go. You got gray, let it go. Do you said you dibble and dabble in makeup? You just like wearing makeup. Why?
Because I like it.
But why?
I love putting on makeup and creating.
Right, but I'm just asking why.
Because I love it. That's
But
the
why
why.
do you love it?
Because I love creating looks.
Okay, what kind of look?
It's an artist look. I love playing in makeup.
Because it gives you what type of look?
A
I don't know
confident.
what you're going for.
I'm just asking
know
because for everything that look, and you Miss Teacher know, as educators, we would get, like you said, root cause analysis, and we ask why about 3 good times, don't we? So
you asked me why. I told you why.
And it'll be like, well, why? Like if you ask me, if somebody was to be like, Destiny, why do you put on foundation? I'm gonna tell you why. Because foundation, I still suffer with adult acne. I get blemishes on my face. So I'm saying that's for me, so I can explain to you why. And if it wasn't for that,
my why is because I love it. I have no blemishes. I have clear, beautiful skin.
You do.
I've worn makeup, played in makeup since I was 16. I've never needed it. It's because I like to play in it. That's my
Drew,
why. That's my
So
why.
Drew, I think the question is, Drew, really is like what Destiny is saying is, do you do it because it makes you feel more beautiful, more confident, or are you doing it just because it's just something to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like Destiny says, she said she put on. She, like Destiny said, she do it because she wants to hide some acne or whatever, this and that. Like if you have flawless, beautiful skin, then what's the reason why you're wearing makeup? You know what I'm saying? Or you're wearing, or you coloring your hair or whatever, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, you do what you want to do to make yourself look good or whatever, this and that, or make yourself feel confident. But like she's saying is, what's the purpose of you doing it and why are you doing it?
I do it because I like playing in it. Like it's not because I want to hide anything or anything like that. Or it's not that it takes me and make me a beautiful, because I feel like I'm already beautiful naturally. Like I said, I wear it maybe once a week, you know? So I do it because I like to play in it. I like playing in makeup.
Now, when we were working, did you go to work
every day? Because here's the thing. I am a girly girl. I love fashion. I love putting my whole self together. And everything comes together with me when it comes to my outfit, my shoes, painting my fingernails, doing my makeup, my hair. Like it's me putting it all together. It's a statement. I love fashion and girly things. I always have.
So that's your why. It's a statement. It's something that I'm portraying to the world.
It's me. It's who I am.
I want the world to see me as when I step out my house. That's your why. And there's a look that you have in your mind that you want people to see. And so you put in the work and the effort. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
I don't agree with that. I do it because it makes me happy. I like it. I like fashion. I like to go and match things together. I like colors. I like putting this with that. And then when it comes to the makeup, I bring it all together with the makeup, the hair. It's for me. It's not ever for anyone else. I don't care what the other people think. It's how I want to look and feel for me. It makes me happy to be, you know, in whatever cute outfit I choose to wear, pull it together with my shoes, got my makeup on, got my hair done. It's for me. It's always been for me. It's not for anybody else. That's not my why.
But, okay, but the point that I'm making is that you said you did it every day when you were working, but now you only do it once a week, and that's probably because you're not working.
Yes, probably. Yeah.
When we're talking about the whys, why do we do the things that we do? And like Ted said, like for me personally, if I didn't have when my face isn't breaking out, I don't put on makeup. Even now, like so being real, for this, I might put on makeup, but as soon as I turn it off, like I'll wash this off, I'll go to the store without the makeup, even with the blemishes. So it's again like, oh, this video is going out to the world, or like, okay, I don't want them focusing on this, whatever. There's a reason behind why I do it now versus when I don't do it. When I'm at home just chilling, I'm I don't do certain things, but when I'm presenting myself to the world, I'm going to do a little bit extra for myself. And that's all I'm saying. So when we're at home, yeah, we'll do a little natural hair. We'll do a certain, be a certain way that we're not when we walk out of our house. Because I feel like, especially as Black women, we have bought into this idea of what beauty is, and it's Eurocentric, and we pay lots of money to have a look that makes us more acceptable based on someone else's standard, versus really believing in and feeling good about ourselves, our kinky hair or whatever, and embracing that. And I mean, there are women out there doing it, but there's a huge market, like Tez is saying, from back then. Like all these little Asian beauty supply stores would not be alive and thriving if we weren't buying their products.
It's true.
You see what I'm saying? And if we were just okay with who we are, the beauty quote unquote industry, which is so superficial, that's my whole point. Like whatever we're talking about, if we feel like that's what brings us beauty, it's very superficial.
But that's your opinion too, because I go back to what I said before. Like, it's all about what makes that individual person happy. Like, everyone's different. Everyone doesn't think the same, you know, everyone doesn't think like you. And, you know, even with the whole beauty things, for me, sometimes it even goes back to the self-care. Like, yeah, we do buy these beauty products. And am I grateful that they're available? Absolutely. Because I want to take care of my skin. I don't want dry, crusty, ashy skin. I need moisturizers. I need sunscreen to help me with the sun in Florida. So yeah, I think it's to each its own. Yeah.
Right. But I think the point that you're missing is what I'm saying is that anything that we're doing, I'm saying the beauty that we're talking about, and particularly in this episode, is a superficial, like whatever love or feeling of beauty that you get because of whatever you're doing that's not natural is superficial. Because then when it's gone, you don't feel that way. But it's deep when you can feel that way, looking at your dry, crusty self, looking at the blemishes on my face, looking at if my edges are gone, and I still feel good about me. Then that's real, and that's the confidence that we as people need to start having.
Yeah,
especially as Black people. In my opinion. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. But if those things, if I can lift my head up a little bit higher and walk and feel a little bit more confident because I've done these things, then something's wrong. Because you should be able to feel good about yourself, keep your head up, walk confidently, even if you don't have it on.
Even if you don't have them.
And that's what I'm saying. And there's some people who don't like and I know that because I've lived that. I've lived it where I felt a certain way because I did take that time to put on all the makeup. And like I said, now that I've gotten older, and I do think it's a maturity thing too, that I can walk out my house, and maybe it's because I'm not looking for a husband, I'm not looking for certain things anymore or other people's approval of who I am, that I can walk out and you might see 10 spots on my face, but it's okay because that's who I am. And you will either learn to love me and like me for me, and I have to learn and like me. There are plenty of things about me that if I was like, man, I wish I could change it. I wish I looked, but then I have to go back. But why? Why do you want to change it? Why are you not happy with or content with but whatever it is, whether it's a gap in your teeth, whether it's, you know, eyebrows, and you got two little hairs in your eyebrows, whatever it is. But a lot of times it comes to, there's an external standard of beauty that's out there that we are often trying to attain to. And it keeps us from embracing who we are as people and accepting that we are aging and that things are just going to change. I just want us to not think inner beauty has anything to do with something that's external that you can put on yourself and take off. Your inner beauty is what is inside of you.
Yeah. Right. No, I agree. I agree with that, with the inner beauty. Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, now external beauty we can work on. And some people might need a little makeup. They might need maybe not, because again, that's my opinion of that person. But if that person is like, look, I am who I am. And I know for a lot of people, and I've even heard men say, confidence makes you beautiful. Confidence can hide a whole lot of things
I agree with you with the whole interview. As far as like the outer beauty, I think is to each his own. But once you start doing all these things and it changes and you're a whole new person, that's where I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, because you think about it. Sometimes when you do these things and you constantly trying to do these things to improve your look, it can take away from your look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you have to be careful, so that's why I was like, I agree with both of y'all. I agree with Destiny, really. Natural beauty is loving yourself for what you have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like a lot of times, you need to know that you can be confident going out without makeup on, without your edges, without weave, without a man unit, without coloring your hair, without a fake beard, without all this and that. You know what I'm saying? Once you master the craft of you being comfortable like that, then if you want to, do whatever you want to do, that's good too. You know what I'm saying? Like I see both ways, but you know what I'm saying? I agree. You need to be confident in going out on your own.
Absolutely.
So, if I chose if putting on some hair or some weave or some makeup or a man unit or a fake beard makes you confident after that, that's you. But just know that anything that you do, it comes with consequences. You know what I'm saying? So those consequences you're gonna have to address sooner or later, because just like in the industry, them putting man weaves on top of their head and women putting weave on top of their head, quick weaves, whatever this and that glue has a tendency to what? Take hair off your scalp, right? It has a tendency to cause issues later on down the line. You know what I'm saying? So everything you do, it comes with consequences. But when you keep that natural look, whatever this and that, you don't have much to worry about. Just let your age be your age. You know what I'm saying? and embrace it. There's people that tell me all the time, I never forget when I used to first try to dye my beard and stuff like that. They were like, "Why are you doing that? I like gray hair." Like, I don't like it. But at the end of the day, it's like when I embraced it, I'm just like, you know what? I get more confidence off the gray hair than I do when I'm trying to dye it. You know what I'm saying?
Men do. Men always get more compliments when they have gray hair than women, for sure. That's why I'm gonna dye my grays out to the day I die. Because I don't like gray hair. I like my hair black.
I think that's the double standard, because I feel like men do like the grays do men good. They do y'all better than they do us women.
Oh yeah, it depends on, because like I said, I've seen women with gray hair that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
And but it's far and few between. Men, for the most part, most men can get away with a nice gray beard. And it just looks nice, and you just look more distinguished, and it's just something about it as you get older. But generally, but again, I just think it's about society, and we don't embrace, especially in women, we don't embrace the aging process the way we do with men. Well,
they say black don't crack. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta get back to that formation. You know what I'm saying? That black don't crack.
Black don't crack.
There's some beautiful black women out
there. I don't know, because I
promote Dove soap and some cocoa butter. You know what I'm saying? If you use that on a regular basis and whatever, you wash your face with some Dove soap real well and squeeze, get it in there, whatever, do some exfoliation and all that stuff, and you put some cocoa butter on, and 3 to 4 weeks, you'll see a difference. You know what I'm saying? Your skin will glow, it'll look good, whatever this and that. But saying this, both of y'all women are beautiful in your own way. You know what I'm saying? Like, your natural beauty is great. I've been telling you that for years. You know what I'm saying? And Drew, your beauty is great too. You know what I'm saying? You do what you like to do. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. And it looks great on you. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
But like you said, piggybacking on both of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Got to enhance that inner beauty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like it being confident that you can go outside, go to the store, just wake up, wash your face right quick, and say, brush your teeth, and say, hey, I gotta go grocery shop. I don't need to put no makeup on. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out here to do what I need to do. And men will still be like, oh, shit, hot mama. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, whatever this, even though you're not stunting them, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes a little knowing that you still got it goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, natural beauty and enhancing your beauty and stuff like that is really great, but like you said, Drew, everybody likes what they like, and
that's right.
Yes, they do.
I was telling Dustin the other day, I was at the beach, and this man was like, y'all's mama look young. And she pretty. Like I have people all the time tell me, they tell me I look like Simone, like I'm her sister. And my daughter is 16, you know? So I believe in that natural beauty and black don't crack. That stuff is real.
Yeah.
It's about taking care of your skin, you know?
Yeah.
And
then recognizing, and I'm sensitive to, I understand everyone's is different. Everyone's genetics, everyone's different. Like you have some women, they'll have all the hair, full head of hair to the day they die. You have some, like Tez was saying, they start growing from 16. So everyone is different, and I believe everyone wants to look in the mirror and feel good about what they're looking at.
And they do what makes them happy.
And
so here's my final stance on it about the whole man weaves and all of that. If that makes you happy, go for it. I don't have no problem with it. I just don't want my man doing it. And I'm done.
My stance is, I can't believe y'all doing this. I'm still in shock.
That's a feeling.
I'm just still in shock that this has gone on under my nose all this time. Like, I'm just still in shock. So, but like you said, if that's what makes you feel good, then do it. But guess what? You need to tell somebody up front. That's my only thing. Just tell a sister. Because most women aren't thinking at this point that that's common. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference between men and women. Men will expect a sister to have some hair. When you just go to the store right now. Especially if if you have a room full of 10 black women, at least half of them got some weavings or something in their hair. That's just the honest to God truth. But if you take 10 men and put them in a room, the likelihood that even one of them has a man unit is going to be real slim. So I'm just saying, at this point in time, on March 27th, 2020, I'm going to need you to tell me.
Listen, I'm just glad on March 27th, 2022, I'm not out there in them streets looking for no man, because when I tell you it's a lot, I don't even want to be out there trying to figure out if your hair is fake, real, enhanced. I just don't have time. I'm just grateful and so thankful for my husband.
I'm just glad I ain't there trying to figure out if you a real man, been enhanced, whatever. I'm just happy.
And now you got to see what the women. Listen, I see what y'all women go through because I see it all the time. But now you got to see what I'm just glad I ain't out there either, because in 2022 you got to worry about if it's a man or woman. You got to worry about if it's. You got to worry about if it's like the dating is crazy.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't trying to get back out there, and piggybacking off what you just said, about the pieces. Hey, I mean, it's a lot of wigs out here. It's a lot of what do the ladies call it? Where they got the edges laced all out on the end.
Oh,
and then they got
the baby hair. The baby hair.
And all this that. Like, you can learn about those wigs like that now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of trickery, Destiny. A lot of trickery.
And let me tell you, it ain't baby hair if you need gel to keep it down. Just let it go. If you need gel for it to lay down, it ain't baby hair.
Yeah.
But the gel, it makes it curly. So then they got to, really.
I'm just saying, stop calling it baby hair. Just call it edges.
Yeah. Edges with the wig, man, and and the hairs.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Well, Tez, I thank you so much for coming on and talking about this with us today. I mean, it's been very informative to me. Tez, where can the viewers find you if they're in the Charlotte area?
Yeah, you can name of the shop is Clippers Hair and Design /Blensoro Styling Bar. Okay. And you can also you can look me up on my Instagram, Clippers CLIPPERZ _hair_in design.
Yes, and I'll try to put all the information in the description below. Thank you so much. And viewers, hopefully you like today's conversation about men weaves, enhancements, all that good stuff. And we want to know below, what are your thoughts about it? Should men be able to be accepted and do some of the same thing women do, or is there a double standard? If your man decided he wanted to get a man unit, what would you say? Would you accept it? Would you tell him just let it go? Just tell us what you think below in the comments. Remember to please like and subscribe to Today with Drew and Destiny. hit that notification bell. And until next time, y'all have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.